There exist a number of chemicals that many don't know about, yet some of these chemicals are so deadly a single gram could kill thousands, while others could explode at any moment. So join us as we count 10 of the deadliest chemicals on Earth.
Number 10.
Chlorine Trifluoride. First discovered back in the 1930s, chlorine trifluoride is an incredibly reactive chemical that's just looking for any reason to explode. No, seriously, it will even react with asbestos and catch on fire, a substance that is known for being almost completely fire retardant. The reason for this is because chlorine trifluoride is a more powerful oxidizing agent than oxygen itself, meaning things that would normally be considered to be impossible to set flame to are all of a sudden not safe anymore. Chlorine trifluoride can possibly even set fire to things that have already been burned up, like ash or used charcoal.
Number 9.
Azidoazide Azide. Say hello to the most explosive chemical in the world. Azidoazide Azide is probably quite upset at the unfortunate name it was given, and because of this it has decided to explode under pretty much all circumstances. It will explode if you move it, touch it, disperse it in solution, expose it to X-rays, expose it to light, and even if you expose it to absolutely nothing. Its explosiveness comes from the fact that none of the nitrogen atoms in the molecule are arranged in the double bond nitrogen form, which is a very stable molecule. All the nitrogen atoms want to return to their stable form, and they do so releasing a lot of energy.
Number 8.
Fluoroantimonic Acid. When simply labeling something as an acid is no longer enough, we move on to things called superacids. These are acids that are more acidic than even a pure solution of sulfuric acid. Fluoroantimonic acid is in a completely different league, being over 10,000 quadrillion times stronger than sulfuric acid. Trying to measure the pH of this acid is completely pointless, as it's quite literally off the scale. This acid will happily eat through glass and plastic. It will explode when reacting with water, and as you've probably guessed by now, getting some of this on you is not a good idea.
Number 7.
Cyanide. When somebody says cyanide, you instantly think of poison. It's not surprising since it was used as a lethal suicide pill during World War II, most notably with the suicide of Nazi army officer Erwin Rommel. This innocent-looking white substance can be fatal at amounts as little as 5% of a teaspoon. Cyanide is extremely toxic to humans. It blocks oxygen transport, causing serious medical problems and ultimately death.
Number 6.
Botox. Botulinum toxin, more commonly known as Botox, is a neurotoxic protein produced for medical, cosmetic, and research use. It's the most toxic known substance in nature, and just 1 gram is enough to end the lives of 14,000 people if swallowed, or 8.3 million if injected. The Center for Disease Control classify botulinum as one of the 6 highest risk threat agents of bioterrorism. Despite its impressive toxicity, Botox has a variety of cosmetic and medical uses, such as treatment of spasms, gastric cancer, movement disorders, and also has cosmetic applications, such as temporarily reducing wrinkles.
Number 5.
Batrachotoxin. This neurotoxin is found in certain types of frogs, mellurid beetles, and birds. According to experiments with rodents, batrachotoxin is one of the most potent alkaloids known to man. Being a neurotoxin, it affects the nervous system and causes death by permanently blocking nerve signals from reaching the muscles. It does also have effects on the heart muscles, causing various changes that can lead to cardiac arrest. The best part? Currently, there's no effective antidote for the treatment of batrachotoxin poisoning.
Number 4.
Strychnine. Strychnine is a highly toxic, colorless, bitter crystalline alkaloid used as a pesticide, most commonly on small vertebrates such as birds and rodents. Make no mistake about it though, humans are very much affected as well, and poisoning by inhalation, swallowing, or absorption through the eyes or mouth can be fatal. The first symptoms are usually muscle spasms, followed by seizures, cramping, stiffness, and if a larger dose is taken, respiratory failure and brain death can occur in 15 to 30 minutes.
Number 3.
Ricin. Ricin is a deadly poison found naturally in castor beans. Ricin works by getting inside the cells of a person's body and preventing the cells from making the proteins they need. Without the proteins, cells die, and if that happens enough times, the person dies too. Once again, there is no antidote for ricin, so avoiding the substance is the only real way of preventing danger.
Number 2.
Dimethylcadmium. This chemical is bad news. Dimethylcadmium is a highly toxic compound that apparently doesn't smell good at all. Who actually inhaled the substance in the first place to be able to report on its smell is a good question. It's toxic to the lungs, naturally, but since it also gets into the bloodstream so well, it's toxic to the liver, and to the kidneys, and to the brain and nervous system. Cadmium compounds in general have also been confirmed as carcinogenic, should you survive the initial exposure, meaning sooner or later you will get cancer.
Number 1.
Pentaerythritol Tetranitrate. PETN, or what I just said because I could barely say it once so I won't try again, is one of the most powerful explosive materials known, and has therefore been utilized as a plastic explosive, and when mixed with other additives it forms another plastic explosive called Semtex. Because it is highly sensitive to shock and friction, it is used as a component in some nuclear warheads as well as some cannon shells. Its explosive properties have also been exploited by terrorists such as the 1983 Maison de France house, which was brought to a near total collapse by 24 kilograms of PETN by terrorist Johannes Weinrich. To make matters worse, because PETN does not readily vaporize into the surrounding air, it becomes very difficult to detect since bomb-sniffing dogs pretty much cannot track it down.